West. Out here, truth rides with the wind, and every story hides a bullet. Ben Wyatt drives alone through a stormy night, the windshield wipers slicing through sheets of relentless rain as the pale glow of highway lamps flickers across his tired face. A cigarette burns low between his fingers. The voice on the GPS murmurs, "In 1 mile, turn left, Ash Hollow." His jaw tightens. It's been 14 years since he last heard that name. 14 years since he swore never to return. But death has its own gravity, and tonight it has pulled him home. His father, Sheriff Thomas Wyatt, a man the town both feared and revered, is gone. Heart attack, they said. But Ben's gut tells him it's never that simple in Ash Hollow, a place where everyone smiles politely and lies beautifully. The next morning, under a bruised gray sky, the funeral takes place. The crowd is small: farmers, old deputies, forgotten friends. As rain falls soft and cold on the open grave, Ben feels the weight of ghosts pressing down on his shoulders. Across the cemetery, he sees her, Lena Hart, the woman he once loved, the one he left behind without a word. Now she stands as the town's new mayor, graceful, composed, but with eyes that carry storms of their own. When their gazes meet, time stops. The past, long buried, exhales. "Didn't think you'd come back," she says quietly, voice trembling with memory. "Didn't think I'd have to bury him this soon," he replies. Their words are gentle, but underneath, 1,000 unspoken things writhe. That night, Ben finds himself at the River's End Bar, the same dim joint where every sinner in Ash Hollow comes to forget. The jukebox hums an old country song, the kind that sounds like regret. Jack Wyatt, Ben's older brother, sits across from him, uniform crisp but eyes bloodshot. They drink in silence until Ben breaks it. "What really happened to Dad?" he asks. Jack avoids his gaze. "Heart gave out, you know how he was." Ben leans forward, voice low. "Yeah, always chasing something that didn't want to be found." For a moment, guilt flickers in Jack's expression. Something quick, something dangerous, and then it's gone. Later, unable to sleep, Ben drives to the river. The same river where 25 years ago, a 17-year-old girl named Emily Cole vanished one summer night. The official story said she ran away, but the river remembers otherwise. Kneeling in the mud, Ben finds something half-buried, a rusted badge, decades old, the kind used before his father's time. As thunder rumbles overhead, he whispers, "They said she ran away." But rivers don't keep secrets. They just wait for the right storm. The next morning, Ben goes to the town hall to confront Lena. Her office smells of coffee, rain, and new paint. Maps of river redevelopment projects line the walls, the mayor's pride and the town's future. When Ben asks about the Emily Cole case, Lena's calm begins to crack. "That girl's been gone 25 years, she says, voice sharp. "There's nothing left to find." "Then why was my father still looking for her when he died?" he presses. Lena turns away, her hand trembling slightly as she pours another cup of coffee. "Some ghosts," she whispers, "don't want to be buried." Her tone is final, but her eyes beg him not to dig deeper. Ben leaves, but his instincts scream otherwise. That night, he searches his father's old office, a shrine of case files, dusty trophies, and unfinished reports. Behind a shelf, he discovers a hidden drawer. Inside are yellowed photographs, a few cassette tapes, and one Polaroid that freezes his heart. Emily Cole smiling beside a young Lena Hart. On one of the tapes, labeled Sheriff's Interview 1999, his father's voice plays through static. She knows what happened, but she's not the one to blame. It was my son." The words hit Ben like a bullet. He sits frozen, the world spinning, the tape whirring like the sound of the past uncoiling. Hours later, Ben storms into his brother's house, demanding answers. Jack is half drunk, half asleep, still in his uniform. When Ben plays the tape, Jack's eyes darken. "You don't understand," Jack mutters. "Dad did what he had to do." "You killed her, didn't you?" Ben snarls. "You and Dad buried her." Jack slams his glass down, shouting, "It was an accident. She wasn't supposed to die." The confession rips the silence apart. He tells Ben that Emily fell, hit her head on the rocks by the river during an argument that got out of control. "Dad helped me cover it up. He said it was to protect the family." But Ben can see through the lies. His brother's guilt runs too deep. That night, the storm returns, fierce, unrelenting. Ben drives to the old boathouse near the river, where the truth first drowned. There, under flickering lightning, he finds Jack waiting with a gun in his hand. "You should have stayed gone," Jack says. "You start digging in this town, you'll drown in what you find." Ben steps closer, eyes burning. "Tell me the truth, Jack, all of it." Jack's voice breaks. "It wasn't just me, Ben. You were there too." Ben's breath catches. "What the hell are you talking about? You were drunk. You pushed her first. Dad made me swear you'd never remember. He said it was for your own good." A gunshot cracks through the rain. When the smoke clears, Jack is on the ground, clutching his chest, blood spreading fast. Lena appears behind Ben, soaked and crying. "Ben, stop! He's your brother!" she screams. "So were you," he mutters, staring at the gun in his trembling hands. Jack's last words crawl from his lips as life fades. "He told me to hide the body. He said it was for you." Ben's world collapses. Suddenly, the truth rushes back. A flash of memory. A night in 1999. Young Ben and Jack arguing with Emily near the river. Emily slipping, falling, the crack of her skull against a rock, the river swallowing her screams. Sheriff Wyatt dragging his sons away, whispering, "You tell no one. The river takes her. The river forgets." As dawn breaks, Ben stands once again at the river's edge, rain turning to mist. Lena joins him quietly, her face pale and hollow. "You weren't meant to remember," she says. "Then you know why I stayed, why I rebuilt this town, to bury the past before it buried us." Ben's voice trembles. The past doesn't bury itself, it waits, like this river. He pulls his father's old badge from his pocket, staring at it one last time before dropping it into the dark water. It sinks slowly, vanishing beneath the ripples. The town wakes to another quiet morning, unaware of the storm that has just passed. Weeks later, Ben Wyatt disappears. No body is found. The sheriff's office closes both the old and new cases, calling it a family tragedy best left alone. One night, Lena sits alone in her office, the town asleep outside, the hum of the river faint through the window. Papers flutter on her desk, land deals, speeches, photographs, but her mind is elsewhere. A faint knock echoes. She looks around, heart pounding. Slowly she opens the drawer, and there it is, Ben's badge. Cold, wet. The river's scent clings to it. Her reflection in the window shivers, and behind it, in the faint lamplight, she sees him, a figure standing motionless by the glass, water dripping from his coat, eyes hollow, watching her. The screen fades to black, and in the dark, Ben's voice returns, low and haunting. The river doesn't forgive. It only remembers who you tried to forget.